What's going on, guys? My name is Tefty Teft and welcome to another Planet Destiny video. Today I am going to be talking about strategies for the Trials of Osiris. But before that, I want to dive into a bit of speculation regarding the fate of All Fools weapon, its exotic bounty, and how all that will take place once the House of Wolves is released. So first of all, let me start by addressing a few frequently asked questions, and that's in regards to 9 wins on a passage. On the stream, you'll notice Bungie specifically avoided this. They did tease about this on the Twitter, but other than that, we do not know anything about it. Now, I assume that 9 wins are going to give you a chance at the Fate of All Fools exotic bounty. I do not know if it will guarantee the bounty, but I'm willing to bet money that the exotic bounty for the weapon will be involved in some way or another. I will say this though, the current data mined information for the exotic bounty is not 100% accurate. We will keep you updated as soon as that information becomes available, but I can say with certainty that the bounty is at least partially outdated. Now, what actually was recently added to the database is an area called the Halls of Amentet. Its description reads, "Only true champions tested in the Trials of Osiris dare set foot in these fabled halls." So I'd imagine that this is the area you'll have access to when you have 9 wins on your passage. It may be a small area where you simply pick up the exotic bounty and then possibly revisit it again to turn in that bounty to obtain the fabled Fate of All Fools exotic scout rifle. And speaking of the Fate of All Fools, check out this image. At first I thought it was a Vanguard weapon, but there is no Vanguard markings on it like we've seen with all other Vanguard weapons. And then I noticed it has a striking resemblance to the current model of the Fate of All Fools, plus some unique attributes that you do not see on other models. The current model is just a reskin of the Stranger's Rifle, and that's primarily why I think it's getting a revamp. I highly doubt Bungie is going to introduce an exotic that you have to work so hard for just for it to look exactly like the Stranger's Rifle. Now, will it be this one, is the question. Who knows? But I'd be surprised if it wasn't. We'll just have to wait and see. Also, before we talk Trials tips, I wanted to make sure you guys knew that elimination is not just going to be limited to the Trials of Osiris. The actual mode will be available to play in regular Crucible. And in that mode, there will be matchmaking for it. So you can go into this mode to practice for the Trials, but obviously you won't be able to earn Trials gear here because you will need a full team of 3 for that mode. Thankfully, Bungie has increased the reputation, marks, and rewards that you'll be getting from the normal Crucible matches, which I talked all about in a previous video. Alright, enough of that. Now I want to talk about some strategies to doing well in the Trials of Osiris when it's released. First off, let's talk about tactical revives. We've seen on the recent reveal footage that reviving a teammate will grant an overshield to both players. This momentary buff to defenses could then immediately be used in an offensive rush where both players can attack in a 2-pronged formation, shrugging off damage that might otherwise be fatal to deliver a killing blow to the other team. Now, I'm sure all you warlocks are excited about this. Fireborn Sunsingers. Yes, this strategy will represent the ultimate comeback and could even potentially steal a round. With single kills being so important, the ability to sponge damage and give it back will make Sunsingers vital for a successful strategy. You could even potentially wait to be killed by an opponent's super and then rise from the ashes, vengefully to easily revive a teammate, take advantage of the overshield, and clean out the opposing team, all in one complete fell swoop. Now, this is something I find very interesting, playing for overtime. Defender Titans could really shine here in having to be able to capture a single point after overtime is engaged. Stalling out the opponents for 2 minutes could be very doable, and if the location is known of the capture spawn point, then getting a warded on with armor light could be the end game right there. Of course, the defender in question will have to play it close to the chest and keep track of when each enemy has used their super. A rage-inducing Nova Bomb by a patient Voidwalker could spoil the whole thing. Now, since revives are going to be incredibly important, let's talk about revive camping. If a team scores a couple of lucky early kills and is concerned that the remaining player might be itching to revive his teammate, it pays to set up 1 or 2 people near the dead ghosts of the teammates. He'll be forced to engage if he wants to have any chance of earning a comeback victory. And with little skill and patience, keeping an eye out and shutting him down will be a trivial matter. Now, I'm sure some of you astute players have noticed that shotguns may not be as appealing in Trials of Osiris, and that is to be determined. Since points and therefore total kills are no longer the driving factor in securing a win, we can see shotguns becoming less of an appealing option. Your victim's 2 teammates will likely dispose of you and quickly have their buddy back up on his feet because of the revives, and you're down a player and all you got out of it was a kill. Therefore, I think we're likely to see a shift towards staying in relatively close proximity with your fire team. playing cat and mouse games with the other team and capitalizing on their mistakes to quickly swing momentum in your favor. Once they are down a player or two, the shotgun could be employed as a good cleanup, but efficiency with primaries, fusion rifles, and snipers is no doubt going to be more important than it currently is in the current Crucible environment. That about does it for the strategies right now, guys. I'm sure as time goes by, Trials of Osiris will reveal some interesting techniques that people will cook up, and we will be sure to bring those to you guys as soon as possible. Once again, my name is TeftyTeft, and thank you guys so much for watching. If you could, slap that like button for me, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace.